Hi, my name's Joe and I'm a fucking idiot who doesn't know how to save, so bear with me for however long it takes to fast forward through this section and we'll get back to where we were, shall we? Okay. Okay, welcome back. We're in the ballpark. I can't remember exactly which one of these houses it was for our good friend Mr. Bachelor. That was really dumb, wasn't it? But around here is where we had our incident last time, so we're going to pick up from here. I did also just realise that I never handed in my report to Aglialilik about having cleared an area on the previous day, so I do have some money to wait to still come from her. I hope I can still get it after her, you know, setting the dogs on me or whatever. But that aside, I'm gonna get flamethrowered if I go this way. I had to take that stab. I had to take that stab, or else I would have got flamethrowered in the back by the flamethrower guy by pulling the knife man too close. That's a shame. Got a knife though. Some good tradables if I can find enough blonde kids for it to be worth it. Anyway. You know what? Gonna load again. I do apologise, but I fucked that up royally, both the knife fight and the dude in the house, so let's not do that this time, eh? Let's get it right this time. Sorry, I know for you this is like the start of the video, still, and it's not getting off to a great start, but bear in mind for me, I have been playing for 25 minutes already. So when I said I was going to get it right that time, what I actually meant was I was going to get it right this time, alright? This time, for sure. Promise. Promise, you got my word on it. In fact, we don't need to do this fight. Let's just reset him. Fucking what? Fucking what, may I ask? You know what? Gonna load that one as well. That was cruel and unusual. There was absolutely zero call for that to have happened. Zero. Zilch. Can't just put the dude, like, toe to toe with me. We can't be ballet dancing. Ballroom dancing, that makes more sense, not ballet dancing, but either way, we can't be doing that from the second I load the screen, you know? See, this was more reasonable. I'm fine with that. You gave me a little bit of lead-in time, you know? That guy didn't. Was it really none of these houses? Does it change, I wonder? Might have been one of the ones down here, to be fair. Might have been one of these two. I'm sure it was one of the tall houses rather than one of the big circular ones. Almost got me that time. Almost got me. Not here either. It might change, to be fair. It might change what house the Bachelor lives in. Because it ain't none of these, I'll tell you that much. There ain't even slightly any of these. Is it possible it was these ones here instead? Possibly. I mean, not that one specifically, but maybe this one specifically? Yeah? That's the right music, right? Okay. Know where he comes from this time. I'm gonna be ready. Come on, fucko. I'm stampeding down the stairs with your big boots. God, he moves so fast. I know I've made a point before about these guys being like some of the easier fights in the game. Whoa, fuck. You're meant to get stuck in doorways. That's your thing. That's your deal, isn't it? Because when do you not get stuck in doorways? Okay, well, we killed one of them. Hopefully they won't reset when I leave, so I can bandage up a little bit and try again. I mean, they reset location, obviously, but... Fuck. Just stay on the stair, alright? Ow! Yeah, that's it. Be above me. Can I hit you? I really want to be able to cheese these guys because it's real nice when I can cheese them. Yeah, we've got it. We've got it. We found out a cheese. Oh, nope. 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 The cheese has failed me. Okay. I really liked it the last time when they were all just stuck in doorways. That was so much easier. That was so much nicer. I was a big fan of that. Can they not do that every time? Just be completely incapable of running? Maybe? Just for me? Just as a little special gift to me, personally? Okay, need to reset this guy out the way. And then... it was one of these two. I think the further of the two, right? I think it was this one. Apparently this is information my brain just refuses to retain. I can... Nope. Nope, not at all, not even slightly. It does sort of work. It does sort of work, right? You gotta give me that. There is a degree of functionality to what I'm doing there. The hitboxes are clearly like only the upper half of their body. So if I can stay lower down than that, then I can technically cheese them. But the problem is, they push each other around. So even if they're in a position where they think they can hit me and they actually can't, and they should just like get stuck in an infinite loop just swinging at nothing, they're not necessarily going to do that, because the guy further up the stairs is going to be like shoulder barging his way down, trying to get themselves into position. I've also learnt my lesson now. Believe me, it's learnt. I'm going to save here. There we go. Much better, right? Much better. Come on. Just... oh, this isn't great, is it? Were you all just like... will you all just like not do that to me? As I say, in my defense, it's not like I'm playing dumb, particularly. Because the Changeling just can't use weapons. Like, I get in previous playthroughs, maybe I was a bit overly cautious with my ammo and was just like using the knife, where maybe I could have just shot some dudes and made life a lot easier for me, but the Changeling has one option for combat, and that is to slowly slap people to death. She's not fucking, you know, Conor McGregor, you know? She doesn't take people out with a single punch. She's not Mike Tyson. She's not fucking... what was that dude? That like ridiculously big wrestler guy who just punched people because he was like really bad at wrestling. I don't mean the Big Show. There was a guy who was like even bigger than the Big Show. And he just like barely walk, so they just gave him a big punch as his big finishing move, where he just punched a dude and that was it. That was his thing. Yeah, I don't remember. But the point is, I'm not that. I am the Changeling. I am a small little girl with an honestly quite impressive open palm technique, but nonetheless, not a great deal of oomph behind my swings, you know? So all I can really do here is just try to dodge attacks and I don't know. There's just not enough space to maneuver. It's so annoying. Give me more space. Why would you make me fight inside a house like this? The whole combat system in this game basically revolves around the ability to slowly back up from your enemies. Oh, fuck off. I was out of range of that. Okay. Can two-shot that guy with headshots. That's quite nice. I want to see if I can, like, get him stuck in this doorway, maybe. Nope. Oh, yep. Haha. Oh, nope. For a brief second, a brief moment of joy, there was a fleeting glimpse at what life could have been there. There was just a momentary wonderment, like I was a child again, seeing like a amazing new toy for the very first time. Look at all the cool things it can do, Mummy. Let me have it for Christmas, please. But no, it was snatched away too soon. How dare I have a moment to enjoy myself in the world of Pathologic? How dare I? Oh, fuck! I'm trapped. So that's another death. Another notch for the old whatever the hell I put notches in. I was gonna say headboard, but that's definitely not what happened there. that's definitely a separate thing entirely. Oh fuck. And again, we keep persisting until we succeed. There is no failure. There is no try. There is only, I don't know, whatever the fuck that quote goes. I'm not a Star Wars guy. Please get caught. Please remain trapped. Yeah, that's it. Just do like a weird slow shuffle towards me instead of actually fighting me. Fuck. That was so close. That was so close. You realize how close that was, right? I killed the butcher. One of the worms was definitely on low health, and the other one was trapped in a doorway. I needed to hit him like the one or two more times, and it would have been so sweet. It would have been so good. Would have been just like farting rainbows and songbirds into existence. It would have been a beautiful thing to behold. I could try the thing I tried with the bachelor's equivalent of this on the previous day, where I literally just I literally just run past everything and talk to the guy and run out again. Please die. Oh. Okay, you just stay there for a second, all right? Just chill for a second, right? Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. We don't need a second save slot. We're not doing that again, ever. Never, ever, ever again. I believe none of them had loot. There's going to be one more enemy in here, I think. There's going to be one more butcher upstairs. But hopefully I can deal with that. Like loot in here. Sort of wary of not watching my back at all times because I'm fully expecting to get pounced on. There's not much loot in here, honestly. It's not worth looting a single coin. It's really not. I'm sure this house layout doesn't normally have these like weird semicircular like window formations in it. That's different, right? That's different to how this normally looks. Oh fuck, okay. Sometimes looting is a good thing. Okay, we done here? Okay, cool. Hello.
Barely walk. Enough for today, eh?
So Birdo's children are not an obstacle for you. Well, then it's one or the other. Either you've come to me with kind intentions, or you are my death. If it's the latter, you won't get to me as quickly as you got to them. But if it's the former, do not harbour hard feelings, for they do not know what they're doing. This is the exact same conversation I had with this dude in yesterday or day before's equivalent of this quest, isn't it? Is it just like did they just like run out of ideas at the back end of the Changelings campaign and just give her a bunch of repeatable quests? Is that what's going on here? I want to warn you, Barak. Well, he won't be able to deal with me on his own, but you've off my companions, you deadly girl. He's surrounded by henchmen as usual. Yeah, this is exactly the same conversation. There we go, did my quest. Where's the other one? After asking your favour once again, they're much embittered by the events that took place yesterday. They both went to see Commander Block today, and the meeting gave the Harrispecs additional incentive to end Daniel once and for all. I think he's just sat in this room, to be honest, but sure. Daniel went to the Tanner's district to speak to Andre. Oh yeah, we've checked this already. He's by the pub somewhere. The Tanner's district. Okay. I guess that's the district below the Skinner's district. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, honestly. I am finally starting to learn the names of some of the districts of this fucking game. It's taken me long enough, but I'm starting to get there. Right, the Tanners is just that area, right? The bit around the Sabarovs, the blacked out bit around the Sabarovs, so it's like very few houses. I should be able to find this easily enough. I'm not fighting you, dude. Can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. If I can delete you from existence just by going in and out of a house, then god damn it, I will. I will do that with prejudice, honestly. Alright, what's the best? No, we're best not going this way, actually, aren't we? I'm being a big dum-dum. Don't mind me. We're going to have to go through Plague one way or the other, but I think we walk through less going this way. Should have plenty of time to get this done and then get back to Maria and Aglaya before the day's end. And I should get 3 quest hand-ins for doing that, which is going to be a nice little extra. Nice little bonus for my pockets. Again, don't really know what I'm going to do with all that money. Buy food, I guess. Just buy a bunch of food. Don't know how much food I'm likely to need, but I mean, this is day 9, right? So. Or is this day 10? I can't even remember anymore. Day 9, I think. So I've only got a few days left. And obviously the last day is sort of a bit of a nothing burger. As long as you can, you know, not die. You're usually fine. Literally all you need is Meridorm and a bed, and you're going to be fine for that day. So I don't need a great deal, many supplies to get through all this. Let's start checking houses then anyway. Not that one. Keep pressing start to open my map and I don't know why. Somehow I still haven't learnt the controls to this game I have now spent about 100 hours in. It's about 100 hours now. I've checked on Steam. It was like 99, and I think this video will push me over the limit. Not gonna make me learn though. I refuse to learn ever. That's the combat music, and not the right combat music. Not check these houses. Not that one then. Ignore that one. Okay, we got these rows of houses over here to look at. That one up there included? No, I don't think it is. I love being able to tell which house I need by the music cue. I often don't need it because I can see a skinny little fucker running around in the background somewhere, trying to maze their way towards me. But yeah, none of those. Nope. And nope. Okay. Doesn't leave us with a great many options left. We did the house at the back of this shop, didn't we? I'll just go into the shop anyway, though. Wait, this isn't a shop. That was also the house. I guess the shop is just this bit? I don't think I used this shop much, to be honest. This is one I tend to overlook a lot, I think. Oh, hold up. Hold up. How much was that fish? Excuse me? Excuse me, but no. I almost just bought that blindly then. Fucking hell. 3,200 for a single fish. Having a laugh. I feel like this is the last house. Is this the last house? Alright, okay. Guess I'll save here. Okay. We've got this guy coming down as well. Okay, yeah, they're all coming for me at the start, I think. So again, I think my best bet is to just try and negotiate past them. Feels like a mouse and keyboard job to me. Only so much you can do with a controller. I need the finesse of a mouse and keyboard. Do this. Fuck. Hopefully don't bump into this guy on the stairs, which we do, but never mind. Keep going. Keep going. Keep running. Keep moving. Keep moving. Hey Daniel, how you doing?
I talked to the commander.
I wanted to warn you. Blah blah blah. Yeah, cool. Fuck. His little finely dressed little toff friends, his little army of Tories, are surprisingly effective in combat, I've got to say. I guess they all get trained on the mean streets of Eton where they beat up homeless people all day, you know, so they're well versed in this shit. Okay, can't get past him, but if I go up here quicker, then I should be able to... Nope, okay. Dankovsky, please. Dankovsky, please. Dankovsky, please. Please, Dankovsky. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this here, to be honest. I don't know if there's enough space for it. Give it one more try. Wish I could get past that. Wish I could get past both of these guys without taking a hit, honestly. What I'm thinking is I'll go into here. Nope, they're too fast. They're too fast. They keep pace with me. So I can't like stop and heal. Might be able to kill the first one before the others get here. Clearly no, I cannot do that. Maybe if I don't step forward, perhaps. Oh. That was definitely not what I intended to do. For a fleeting moment, for some reason, I just assumed that would wipe all my save data. He'll be like, oh, you only get one save slot. Oh, just that brief before your brain kicks in and starts like giving you actual answers to your questions. It was just a... Okay, okay. They only take 2 hits to kill. That's good information. Maybe, just maybe... Come on then. I want to see if I can get the other guy to come down without getting the guard involved. None of my hits made contact there. Do you know why none of my hits made contact there? Because Pathologic exists to make you suffer. That's why. That's specifically why. It was not a glitch, it's not a bug, it's not a weird hitbox jankiness issue. The game devs specifically went, you know what? The player would hate it if none of their hits made contact in that specific situation. So let's do that. Let's do that. That would be funny, wouldn't it? I refuse to attribute to incompetence what I can attribute to malice. Something like that is how that saying goes. Let me out. Okay. 2 bandages. Save. New slot, just in case I decide to change plans here. Back in. Don't want to aggro the guard, I just want this guy. Don't think the guard comes unless I... Why is it so much harder? Why is it so much harder to kill this one than the other one? I don't get it. What am I doing wrong? I feel like I have less time before he corners me. The other guy seemed to approach more slowly, I guess. I guess this guy's already at full speed sprinting down the spiral staircase, so by the time he gets to me, he's got his arm out for a clothesline, you know? Y'all know who I was expecting. Honestly though, sure. Honestly, sure. One left. I know I didn't loot him, but I don't care. He probably didn't have a loot anyway. None of the Respects' guys did. I was really hoping I could get a cheeky hit on him as he came around the corner. They've got so much range, man. I swear their little jabs have about 2 feet more range than the fucking dudes with the knives do. I swear to God. The Changeling can like outspace a lot of the opponents, but not these guys. Not these guys. They've got like elastic Stretch Armstrong arms, you know? What if I pull in this way instead? Would this give me a bit more room to work with, maybe? What the fuck was that? Oh yeah, that was really good timing for my fucking vision to screw up, wasn't it? Oh, thank fuck. I'll call that a win. I don't care anymore. I care not. Why am I still hearing the combat music? I guess it just always plays. I can't remember if it stopped or not when I was finding the Harrispecs a minute ago. Yeah, I guess it just always plays. Fair enough, I guess.
Talk to the commander.
Right, let's get the fuck out of here, eh? Again, this was not worth it. The amount of bandages I've had to chew through. I've eaten 2. I'm probably going to use like another 3, maybe even 4, which I think is all of them, honestly. Yeah, I'm actually not going to use them. I'm going to go hand these quests in, and assuming nothing else comes up, I'm going to sleep and Meridorm my health back up. I think that's more sensible. Where are we? I've completely forgotten where I am. Okay, yeah. Okay. I can work it out. I can work it out. I can work it out. I don't remember if I've spoken on the fact that the Beatles had a new song or not. I might have done. I guess I'll repeat myself. Because here's my take on it. On Now and Then. It's a fine song. It's adequate. I think Free as a Bird was better. I think they'd already ended on a higher note than this. I think there is a degree of cash grabbiness about it, you know? I mean, there's a lot of people getting very sentimental about it, and I'm happy for them. Like, oh yeah, there's a new Beatles song, and this means everything. And it's like, fair enough. If it means that much to you, then who am I to rain on your parade, right? But I think if it was just like a track on Let It Be, if it was just a track in the middle of one of their other albums, no one would really care that much about it. I don't think it lives up to the hype at all. As I say, it's adequate. It's fine. You can tell it's a Beatles song. It's got a Beatlesiness about it. So good for that, you know. But I don't think it's moved the world, you know. I don't think we're all better off now that there's a new Beatles song in our lives suddenly, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's ending world hunger or anything. Like, I heard from looking into it that George Harrison actually called the song shit back when they first heard it in the mid-90s. I wouldn't quite go that far probably, but I am perhaps inclined to agree that it was best left buried. Like, there was nothing really gained from it. It's certainly not going to be a song I'm going back to all the fucking time anyway, you know. As I say, I guess, yeah, for some people it's a big monumentous occasion that, you know, here in 2023 we're getting a new song from the Beatles, a band who, let's face it, broke up half a century ago. So there is that essence to it, you know, I get it, but nah man. I mean, the Rolling Stones put a new album out this year as well. No one gave a shit about that, and for good reason, don't get me wrong. Like, who the fuck needs new Rolling Stones music in 2023? But somehow, like, the fact that the Beatles did one, that makes it all different. I don't know. I mean, fucking Paul McCartney's been putting out music for decades, like, non-stop. He never ceased. So, you know, if you want more Beatles-esque music, it's right fucking there. That's my pointless rant for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, Maria. Again, I've started singing. That's the second time I've done that now. I've started singing that song and having absolutely no idea where it goes. I've won The Bachelor. And I'll remember it. The reward you're about to get is paltry compared to the favours I'll bestow upon you in the future. I'll count on it. But $4,000 is not to be sniffed at. Such a weird amount of money they pay you as well. I'm sure all the Bachelor's quests were like an even like 2,000, 5,000, stuff like that. But the Changelings ones are always just like it's just a weird pile of coins. It's like they just like took up a shovel and just dug into their big Scrooge McDuck money pit and poured the contents into your pocket. That's what it feels like happens. Oh, God, I am getting so much shit from these guys at the moment. I'm not complaining, but I'm not going to have any issues for Meridorm, I'll tell you that much. I'm going to be absolutely fine with that for a while. Cleanse the sprawl. Look. Yay! Won the Harrispecs. I won't forget this girl. I mean, you're trying to have me killed, but I appreciate your thanks anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna go sleep for a few hours now, I think. Can we sleep in Georgi's house? Does he have a bed? I'm sure he does, right? I'm sure he has a bed. Everyone's got a bed. Why would the dude not have a bed? That'd be weird, wouldn't it? He doesn't have a bed. To Maria's house. I did think it was weird that my go-to, like, my brain was always telling me that the go-to place to sleep around here was Maria's, when there's, like, 2 other canes right there, but, yeah, for some reason, there was, like, a deep-rooted primal memory that there's no beds in either of those houses. Okay, so, chug a couple of these, and do the classic. Sleep for 4 hours. Sleep for 1 more hour. That'll do. That's plenty of health. How many other vitals doing? They good? They good vitals? Exhaustion's great, hunger's getting high, immunity needs a top up. Otherwise, not too bad. Food. Just eat that as well. There we go. Doing amazing. No new quests, no new letters, no. Okay. Technically, we do still have to find Little Sister today, but I don't think I'm gonna bother. I think it's just for a payout the next day, I think is what I achieved from that. Aglaya was giving me the, you know, I mean, it's like best part of $4 and some tablets and stuff. It's not a bad haul, but I don't really need it. And I do have to sacrifice quite a lot of infection build up and stuff in order to achieve that. So I just don't think it's worth it. Unless I Google the answer, which I just can't be bothered to do right now. So what do I do? What's the time? Oh, nearly midnight. Let's start heading to the theatre. We can watch a theatre performance. Might be able to kill a couple of nasty knife men on the way. Go take in a theatre performance. It's going to be great. It's going to be a hell of a time. Trying to work out how long I've actually been recording. What I should have done is stopped recording when I got to the end of the redo and then started again, so then I'd have some sort of clue as to how long I've been going. But I think I'm around, what? Somewhere between 35 minutes and half an hour now at this point. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Probably go like another 10 minutes and call it there. If the video ends up a bit shorter than normal, then sorry. I've got things to do, you know. Can't be playing this game for hours at a time. Although it is like the weekend now officially, so I've got no plans. Fuck it, I could play Pathologic all weekend if I wanted to. If I wanted to. It's, as I say, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's a cool game, but it's also a painful game to play. Right? It's cool conceptually, I like a lot of its ideas, but it is... I don't think it's unfair to call it a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. From a pure like enjoyment perspective, I do not think I could play this game in like 10-hour stints or anything. You know, it's not the sort of game I could just sit and grind out. It takes it out here. You know, it does feel like an intentional design decision that it does that, but that doesn't change the fact that it does that. And I think it is cool. I was thinking while I was doing my little fast forwardy section, the Bachelor and presumably the Harrispecs as well. They don't find out that life is but a dream until the final day, right? I don't actually know about the Harrispecs because I fucked everything up pretty badly in that playthrough. It was my first playthrough. I had no clue what I was doing, and it didn't go well. The fact that I completed it at all is a minor miracle, honestly.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theatre.
But yeah, they don't find out the big secrets until the end. The Changeling finds them out a little bit earlier. And I guess you as a player know them from the start when playing through the Changelings campaign, or you very easily can know them from the start at the very least, right? And that's sort of like, when you have that sort of perspective, when you've got those sort of big, sort of otherworldly ideas, bigger concepts than yourself sort of rattling around in your brain, it makes doing things like looting bins for empty water bottles feel so meaningless and tedious, like even more so than normal, right? Comparatively, it's like, I'm a character who doesn't exist in the brains of characters who don't exist. Like, what is the point of any of it? And that really does drive home the sort of innate, like, enforced tedium of Pathologic. It really ups the ante on what was already, like, major scale drudgery. I think it's a clever move, honestly.
My orders were to destroy every building in this town and then to shoot everyone who survives the bombardment. The military only comes when there's nothing to fix anymore. I'm keen on breaking that habit, though. I know that the people that can change the course of the catastrophe have been working here for some time. We will only destroy the thing pointed at by a healer who can argue in favor of taking such action.
How about not shooting at all?
If we don't shoot anything at all, the consequences will be devastating. You wanted freedom of choice. So choose a massive shelling or a single pinpoint strike. One way or another, we'll put an end to this circus.
But no, continuing from, after that brief detour, continuing from my thoughts on the sort of enforced drudgery of Pathologic, it's like, it becomes tedious to do things that you know you need to do to stay alive. Which is a really interesting position for a game to be in. That, like, the core, the most core principle of video game logic, if you like, the act of, you know, not dying in the video game, becomes like the part of the game that you almost want to do the least, part of the game that feels almost inconsequential because of how, you know, effectively none of the characters actually matter. But the fact of the matter is, even if the characters don't matter to themselves within their own reality anymore, and they don't matter to you because of the sort of the arduousness of keeping them alive, the core sort of gamification of the whole thing, fuck rat, encourages you to keep doing it, because otherwise you're not going to find out what the hell happened in this world, right? You're not going to find out the fine print, which is what we're all here for. I don't know, I know it's a lot of rambling nonsense that doesn't really mean anything. I know I'm just sort of talking out my arse here, but it really, it's just very much a game that puts games into a different light, is what I'm trying to say. It puts the whole concept of a game into a different perspective. I think in a lot of games, like even a lot of narratively heavy games, a lot of like, you know, your Final Fantasies, for example, or your Skyrims, the narrative is always just a structure that exists to string gameplay elements together, right? It's a reason for it's a sort of hammered structure for the game. It brings you from set piece to set piece, and is just like a way of keeping you engaging with the mechanics for longer. In Pathologic, the story is all that matters, and the gameplay elements are sort of something to overcome in order to embrace the story, rather than the story being something that exists for the sake of the gameplay. You know what I mean? It's a very different structure to most games. I think I don't know if a lot of it just comes down to the fact that we see things from a very Western perspective as Westerners, right? The whole concept of like art and entertainment is vastly different all across the world. Video games, however, have always sort of, even, you know, Japanese video games have always lent into the more sort of westernized format of things, but they are capable of doing things in their own way if they're given room to breathe. I don't know. Shit. I keep doing this. When did I last save? How long ago did I last save? It was after the theatre performance, I think, at least. Maybe. Possibly. It's after midnight, at least. Oh, fucking hell. Too busy huffing my own farts over here, listening to the sound of my own voice to actually pay attention to what I'm doing. That's the problem. Okay, I saved before the combat with this first knife man. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. We'll bring this combat with this knife man to its logical conclusion, wherein either me or this army fella make him an ex-knife fella. Wasn't me this time, that's a shame. And we'll call it there. Thank you ever so much for watching. Look at me spin. And day 10 next time. Bye for now.